Are you recording? My name is E, and I'm What's up, y'all? This is E from the Bar Cartel, and if you don't know, we are a family of enthusiasts of mixology, hoping to up our mixology game to help you do the same. And this week we have not one, not two, but our third classic coming up. That's right, we have a martini for y'all, and I'm super excited to be able to get into it and show you guys what exactly it takes to make one. First and foremost, let's get into these tools. I know you might have seen our shopping list from this past week, but let's go ahead and get into everything that we're gonna need in order to make this beautiful cocktail. First and foremost, we're gonna need our spoon. Optional are tongs for our ice, because we have a big ice cube. Understand you do not need to have a cube of ice in order to make this drink. You can use ice out of your freezer, go to CVS, anywhere you need to, but just make sure you have some ice on hand to it if you're gonna go ahead and do the stir like we're gonna do this week. We need our jigger, as well as our mixing glass and our julep strainer, which is gonna help us catch this ice. And last but not least, we need our beautiful martini glass. Now, as far as ingredients, we're gonna need our gin, which is gonna be our base. You can also use vodka. I, however, have never had a vodka martini before, and I'm kind of a fool when it comes to this greenhouse gin. I'm not gonna lie, it's super good, super light, and super florally. You're also going to need a vermouth, and what a vermouth is an aromatized wine, which basically is going to play on the flavor of the gin and or your vodka. Typically, I'm using a blanc, but typically you're supposed to use a dry. I just like the blanc because it gives it a sweeter taste and accents the taste of this greenhouse a little bit better, so that's what I'm gonna use this week. So let's go ahead and get into how we're gonna make it now. First and foremost, grab your bowl, your mixing glass, whatever you have. We're gonna go ahead and start with the most simplest thing. I like to start with the smaller portions and then get into my larger pours. So first, we're gonna need to put half an ounce of our vermouth into our mixing glass. Alright. Perfect. And I promise you, it gets no more simpler than this. After this, we're not gonna use not one, not two, but we're gonna need 3 ounces of this. Sounds heavy, I know, and look, for me, I'm normally a brown liquor connoisseur, so 3 ounces of gin is a lot for me, but I promise you, it's probably one of the tastiest things that I can have. It goes great with any summertime day, honestly, anything post-work. I mean, you can never really go wrong with a very good martini, you know? And look at that, look at all the contents of this glass that we have. It's hefty. Almost looks like it's not gonna fit in my glass, but you know, we're gonna make it work. So last but not least, this is where you're gonna grab your ice. As I said earlier, you can grab tools and such to make these big ice cubes. You can go to your local Hobby Lobby, you can go to the liquor store. There's an abundance of places that you can go in order to make sure, you know, that you have some fancy ice on hand. You never know who you're gonna have to impress. But if you only have ice out of your fridge or just from the local store, it's perfectly fine. Just go ahead and drop it into your mix. And it's gonna be important here that you just kind of like stir it around. What you wanna do is just essentially use the ice to chill the contents of the drink. We typically will use large blocks of ice because they melt at a slower rate than like the typical fridge ice. Let me get my spin back together. And so what it does is it dilutes the drink a little bit and then opens up and bursts of the flavor of the martini to ultimately give you a better taste. I probably got like 5 more seconds left. So ultimately it's about a 15-20 second stir. Just kind of stir until you feel confident that your drink is cold. My mixing glass is freezing. You're gonna place your julep strainer in here and then kind of use the weight of your finger to block the pressure of the ice. Let me make sure I got this right. There we go. That, and then we'll pour. Beautiful. All right, and last but not least, look, I'm typically not this person, but I think it's important to have as far as finalizing the overall style of your drink. You're going to need, that's right, the olives. This is gonna be what's gonna be used for the garnish. Typically, for people that like dirty martinis, if you know you're gonna take some of the juice from in here, pour it into your martini and mix it in. Just kind of give it a nice stir with your olives. I don't like olives like that. The smell is but I like the aesthetic. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna take about, let's call it 2 of these. Use them, slide them a little bit down on my picks. You can also pick these up. These are an awesome tool to have. Go to your local liquor store. They're metal picks. And then go ahead and drop that right into your glass. Close your olives off, and there you have it. A beautiful martini. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm trying to get into this treat. So, yeah, no, this is very special. I thank y'all so much for joining us for this week's Refreshment Friday. Please like, comment, share, and if you have any other variations of a martini you would like to see us make, whether it be an appletini, whether it be a Manhattan, the spectrum of this specific cocktail goes so far. Please comment below. We're on YouTube, so please like, share, subscribe, follow us, and interact with us. We have so many drinks that we would love to make for y'all, and we just want y'all to be part of our family and part of our at-home happy hours. Till then, this is E, this is my martini, and I gotta go. Bye.